Yo, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Uh, NFL season getting started. The NBA season is revving up. The key's not in the door yet, but I wanted to discuss that first. The loss. I like to say loss first. Los Angeles Lakers just signed Christian Wood. Yes, that Christian Wood from the Dallas Mavericks. Um, and also the Houston Rockets, I almost say Astros. Um, I am on the fence. Um, I'll talk about why I'm on the fence. So, first of all, in if you think about, whenever a team make a signing, we always think about the highest ceiling. If he plays like this, and it's basically perfect, then this team can do this, right? That's how we look at things inside these trades. Look at things. It's why teams make trades. You look at the highest ceiling. You look at all the best possible outcomes that could happen, and I understand that. But I also saw that last year with the Dallas Mavericks, who needed Christian Wood more than the Los Angeles Lakers need Christian Wood, who had better fits than Christian Wood at the 4 or the 5. Uh, Basically, the 3, 4, and the 5 was open. It was open to be given to Christian Wood, not even for the taking. For the taking is me assuming or putting out there that he would actually have to work hard to earn a spot to be a starting 3, 4, or 5 on the Dallas Mavericks. And the fact is, the Dallas Mavericks had some of the worst 4s and 5s in the NBA. Look, for a guy like Luka Doncic, with as special as he is, again, I've gone back on this. I've said this before. Luka Doncic came in the league, I was like, "Who the hell is this motherfucker? And why should we care? Or why somebody coming from Spain?" I was wrong. Luka is a beast. Um, Christian Wood could not take starting minutes from Maxi Powell, no, Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber. He could not take starting minutes. Not Josh Green. Josh Green is a younger guy. I think he plays a 3, but he played more than Christian Wood. He's a lot more important to the Dallas Mavericks team than Christian Wood. And Christian Wood was a starter on his previous team, almost seen as I believe if he didn't make the All Star team, he was considered to have good enough stats to make an All Star team at one point. I can't remember what year it was, but I'm not saying Christian Wood is trash. What I'm saying is Christian Wood is not a dog. And what the Los Angeles Lakers need is dogs. And this is why I tell you this. Austin Reeves is a dog. LeBron, LeBron, LeBron can put the collar on. I'm not gonna say LeBron is always a dog. And what I mean by always a dog, I'm not, this is not a LeBron hate thing. LeBron is ridiculous. That goes without saying. I could say he's trash and I'll be lying. Um, there's certain type of plays, there's certain type of games, and there's certain type of activities that's gonna happen when you got a dog on your team. Anthony Davis is not a dog. So LeBron has to put on that collar to be that for their team. Austin Reeves is a dog. D'Angelo Russell is not a dog. And I'm saying dog, if you don't you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Christian Wood is not a dog. So to add in another soft guy to the roster, especially at the 4 and 5 position, when you already got a guy who's scared to play the 5. AD did play the majority of the 5 last year, but that's not because of choice. He's been scared to play the 5 his entire career. That's why the New Orleans Pelicans had to get Omir Ashik. And what's the guy that the 76ers drafted? Oh my god. First round. I gotta look him up now. I'm sorry. We signed this dude. They signed in. This is like maybe 15. Jaleel Okafor. Was it Jaleel Okafor? Yeah, we had Jaleel Okafor. The Pelicans signed Jaleel Okafor to play the five. He did pretty good. We had Julius Randle playing the five with us. We had DeMarcus Cousins, who is a five, but we had him playing the five for us. Julius Randle is a four. But we had them playing the five because Anthony Davis don't want to play the five when he first got to the Lakers. Remember they signed Mark Gasol to try to play the five. They signed Dwight Howard to try to play the five. They signed DeAndre Jordan to try to play the five because Anthony Davis do not like playing the five. He plays it if he has to, but he don't want playing the bump and grind. The real bump and grind is not for him. So I can only imagine we talk about all these young players and they're playing in the back in the day. If he can't bump and grind with, and there's like three good centers in the league, three good five, legit fives. He can't bump and grind with them, then that goes without saying. So back to Christian Wood. I think Christian Wood is a bad signing. I think he had a chance to prove himself several times. He could have proved himself with the Houston Rockets that he was that guy. He did not prove that, and he had a full-on episode. One of the most disgusting, egregious things I've ever seen in sports. Him and Kevin Porter Jr., I believe. Kevin Porter Jr. left the game at halftime. They left the game at halftime. They left the game at halftime. Christian Wood was about to leave the game at halftime, and they made him stay. He didn't leave. All right. But let me tell you this. Some niggas that will leave or did leave the game at halftime. Look, if Jordan ain't never did it, y'all can't do it. If Jordan left at halftime a couple times, like, yo, man, fuck this shit. I'm going to drink some tequila. Then I'll be like, okay, that's whole shit. But at least Jordan did it. Jordan ain't never do nothing like that. Giannis ain't never do nothing like that. LeBron ain't never do nothing like that. So what makes you think y'all can do it? The fact that he had so many episodes in Houston, so many emotional episodes in Houston. The fact that he could not step up to the plate and take the starting 4 and 5 spot from some of the worst start. Maxi Kleber is and Dwight Powell. These guys, JaVale McGee was there. These guys are terrible. And this guy cannot step up and take the spot that was very open for him. He had to be, bruh. You got to imagine when Dallas brings in Christian Wood, you got to be bringing him in as a starter. That has to be their mindset. Again, we talked about the beginning of this. When it comes to bringing in and doing trades, you got to be thinking about the highest ceiling. The highest ceiling is him definitely as a starter. But the reality is he is just not that guy. And if you can't bring that out yourself on two teams that's wide open to get trashed. Look, Christian Wood's supposed to be average 25 on Houston, 30. On with Dallas, he's supposed to be averaging 25 and 8. And not even discussing, we're not even gonna talk about his awful awful defensive effort. Again, the defensive effort, if you're not even trying to play defense and you a big brother. So I think it's an awful signing. I think it's a bad signing. And on that same in that same realm of basketball, I guess it's not really the same fucking realm. I wanted to also discuss the Pelicans. My Pelicans. The reason why my blood type is ragu right now. The reason why is Fruitopia leaking it from my veins. My pressure is going so far over that I am becoming candied because the New Orleans Pelicans is the most cursed team in sports today. Cursed. I used to think Minnesota was cursed. They are. They just stupid. New Orleans Pelicans is the most cursed team in the NBA. We gonna go back and I went discussing the Lakers. We gotta discuss the Pelicans because I just need to do this for a couple minutes. For 10 years, we had Anthony Davis on the team, and Anthony Davis was injured the entirety of the 10 years. He moves on. They bring in a new coach. They bring in a new GM by the I mean the Pelicans. They bring in the former medical staff of the Phoenix Suns from the mid 2000s and late 2000s, pardon me, who were seen as the guys that kind of reinvigorated medical science in the NBA. These are the guys that started testing for, oh hey, how many minutes can he play? Let's time him. Put this thing on him, and let's see how many minutes. What's his exhaustion levels? What can we do this? And metrics and analytics for medical science. These guys were at the pinnacle of it. Steve Kerr started to bring these same guys to, because Steve Kerr was the president of basketball at the Phoenix Suns at this time. So he started to do those same type of tactics with the Golden State Warriors. We see what the Suns was, and we see what the Golden State Warriors is. It's an evolution of that. The Pelicans brought in those same people. Those same people have been fired already because everybody is still getting injured. Zion injured for 4 years. Ingram injured for 4 years. We brought in CJ McCollum, who was seen to be the Iron Man in Portland along with Dame. He's been injured since he got here. Him, Ingram, CJ Ingram, and Zion have barely played together in any year. Last year they played a handful of games. Your best three players playing a handful of games. And then I read this morning that Trey Murphy is potentially out for the season. So our last generation, Anthony Davis, hurt for 10 years. Still getting hurt, but y'all know what I mean. He was on my fucking team. He's still getting hurt with the Lakers, but Zion hurt for 5 years. Ingram hurt for 4 years. Trey Murphy, which is the next generation. Herb Jones was hurt last year a lot too. Trey Murphy, which is the next generation, already hurt. Who do I have to pray to? What do I have to sacrifice? What blood type of blood do I have to drink? What mountain do I have to lay on, to climb, to uncurse these pelicans? Somebody please help me in the comments. Y'all like, subscribe to the video. Jesus Christ.